Alright, so I guess at 6:36, we'll go ahead and call the public hearing to order. Doesn't seem like a whole lot to go over here, but so I guess you've had a chance to take a look at it. Let me see here. It's gonna be it's gonna be Article 2, simple yes vote will enact an ordinance entitled Local Food and Community Self-Government Ordinance. No vote will not allow an ordinance entitled Local Food and Community Self-Government Ordinance. Any questions, anything you want to say about it? Any concerns?
Yeah, we're talking about the.
Yeah, about the warrant, or, I mean, we're basically just trying to get some input, see if the public would like it. This is draft warrant, see if the public wants to change it in any way. It's as simple as it can be, I think.
You're looking at just this right now?
Yeah, that would be what we would vote to trigger. This is, the information that would trigger. Again, we tried to make it pretty simple, not complex at all. And I don't really expect anybody to, stand against it. But I think it would probably be voted unanimously. I'm sure you're familiar with some of the state rules. I think actually you even educated the board when you first came to open the facility over there about some of what the state allows you to do that you don't need permission for.
1, 2, public hearing.
Anybody have any input?
I mean, I guess there's not really any input to be given here. I think this is, yeah, sure there is. If anybody thinks that we should modify the article in any way.
I'll work it out.
Yeah.
Extra words.
Which one? In the article, it's pretty simple, but in the,
The article's fine.
right,
Overdone.
right.
Overcooked.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about that. So unfortunately, it looks like the board won't even be able to vote tonight unless Cliff shows up. I mean, we would vote to accept the draft article as it is, and
next meeting.
yeah, we could do it
At the next.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
The
we'll
next
do it.
meeting, which could be in theory in 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Is
No, that's what it is.
Oh, look who showed up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So then we could,
So we can.
so during the regular meeting, we could vote.
Yes, yes, we can.
Yeah.
So we started the public hearing, Cliff, really wasn't any questions, it's pretty simple. The Article 2, real simple.
Hasn't been voted.
No, and we'll vote on it in the meeting, vote to send it to the select board. But,
So public hearing doesn't vote?
no, that has to be the meeting. The meeting is in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have a public hearing and then, yeah, we wouldn't vote.
Again, there wasn't really a whole lot to discuss, nobody has any real concerns.
You have anything there?
I mean, I don't know if you got a change.
We talked about this, we've already talked about it. I mean,
The food thing is fine. I have some questions about what MMA said about,
Maybe we can discuss that in other business
Yeah.
meetings.
Right.
I mean, with I guess if there are as far as impacting our ordinances as they are now,
I don't think,
except for, well, farm stands.
farm stands, I think this just makes it,
Doesn't get, it doesn't impact.
no, it just makes it even more accessible.
Right.
I think
It
what,
would supersede anything we have about, pertaining to farm stands, like as far as where you can have them and you can't have them.
right, yeah, I think, this is gonna make sure that people can have a farm stand on their property, accessible to customers without any real interference from the state.
If you think about it on the property, if they bought really close to other people, there's like 20 cars.
Right, we've got setbacks, you know, again, I don't think any of this is really gonna conflict with any of our ordinances at all.
It's still gonna follow, you know.
Yeah, I think this is pretty smooth sailing, I really, I get the impression it's gonna sail right through.
Thank you.
Is there anything from the public?
You want some comments on the thing itself?
Anything you might have, anything at all?
I just wanna say I really like it, and I'm really glad that Parsonsfield, is looking at this.
Yeah.
Do any of you get, Acres USA?
No, but that is a good one, good magazine, is that monthly?
It's monthly, yes, yeah. If you don't get it, I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have clipped the article, but as I remember, there was recently an article in there, and I don't remember all of the statistics, but I think it was about 8 to 9% that we Americans spend on, about 8 to 9% of our income on healthcare. And the author of that article looked at the increase just in the past 5 years, and basically, we don't reverse the trend, we're done. We won't be able to afford it. And so I really like how it words it here, and especially our survival could depend on, and I think does depend on changing our food. Let's see, part C section is this here. Second page, okay, number 3, parts. I don't know how that, I'm not a lawyer here, but number 4, part C, local food system. And then a food system that integrates food production, processing, consumption, direct producer to consumer transactions, traditional food ways to enhance environmental, economic, social, and physical health of the municipality and its residents. Obviously, it depends on everyone pitching it on, or some of us pitching it to make it happen, but I like what this promotes. We have a lot of autism and autoimmune diseases in these days. I'm sure you all are aware of that, and that is also increasing at an alarming rate. You really need to get away from the factory farm, the GMOs and the glyphosate and all that.
So, on a personal note, I see that you're turning some of that stuff in the field over there, and do you intend on maybe cattle or?
Yeah,
milk cows?
what we plan to do there is fence in the newly cleared area, and we have plans to probably this summer start with some grass-fed beef, 5 or 6 brood cows, you know, and it's a start. We'll go from there.
Well, I'm sure you'll get good support from the community.
Where was this?
I just live up the road at Academy Hill Farm.
Okay.
So yeah, with what we're doing up there is making a farm out.
Nice.
So it's a work in progress.
Oh, yeah.
So everything down 160 that's been cleared, all the way down, there's several lots right next to it, that's all part of the
That's
operation.
right, yeah.
So just 5 or 6 cows for all that cleared?
Well, eventually
It's
be
a
more,
start,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's a start.
Yeah.
No pressure. no
We
pressure.
have to, there's still stumps there, and we're gonna experiment with trying to grow some grass in between stumps, because it's really disruptive to the soil to dig them out.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
that.
Right.
You know, flipping the soil and
Yeah.
stuff that happens, and so, but we have about 20 acres that we've cleared and are in hay fields already.
So your intent there is maybe to try to keep the mycelium structure together in the soil by not ripping the stumps out?
Yeah,
Is that-
we're gonna probably do some stumping, but it takes so much time, it's so expensive. We're also gonna try seeding, and maybe with a no-till drill in between stumps, or just encouraging what's there to grow. We're gonna experiment with different things, because we know that in the 1800s when they did this, what did they have?
Yeah.
Did they have excavators and?
They left the stumps there.
Exactly.
They had hogs and large families.
And somehow they did it, you know, they didn't have the equipment, they didn't, so. But I think they did it in a way that probably left the soil intact. It might have taken a long time for the
Right.
stumps to rot, but.
All right, is there anything else? Jeff, any input?
Just a little bit.
Take it all.
I noticed on Elm Street, there was a little place that was selling pumpkins.
Mhm.
Could that be considered like a farm stand?
No, actually, if it's just got some pumpkins out for sale, I don't know, we'd have to look up the definition of farm stand, but I think a farm stand would actually be a stand. I don't know, maybe that's splitting hairs, right?
Well, because I heard it was a lean-to, that it's a lean-to.
Right, is that a farm stand? It could be,
So that would actually be a question.
yeah, right, if you really, that's the code enforcement officer.
You know, he calls it a lean-to,
Oh,
that would make it illegal. Farm stand, it would be legal,
right. Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know what one.
20 Elm Street.
Just before you hit 25, one on the right.
Just
Just
split
grew
hairs,
years
but
that sort of clear the pennies.
Right.
he's calling it a lean-to. So it's a legal structure. Call it farm stand.
I don't know if there's any need to drag it out anymore. Yeah, building or structure, that's what it says. That's the definition of farm stand, building or structure.
Yeah, building. Used for retail sale of fruits, vegetables, and other agricultural products to the public.
So can someone skirt that by just sticking a table out with some pumpkins on it? Maybe.
I don't know, well, just saying that somebody that was selling pumpkins, and if the CEO says it's a lean-to, you gotta take it down,
Right.
versus somebody that just says, nice farm stand, I like your pumpkins.
Right. No.
I don't know. I go back 20 years ago, somebody had a little tiny shed on the roadside selling eggs, and they said it was too close to the roads, and they had to run it back.
Right.
Well, as long as whoever bought one of the pumpkins had a resale certificate, then they didn't charge them tax, and I guess it wouldn't qualify, because it says retail, so it could be wholesale, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Move on. Right. All right, any other questions? Anything from anybody? So I expect this, the board will vote on this at the meeting, and I don't want to speak for these guys, but I expect we'll vote to pass it on to the select board, and they will schedule, from what I've heard, Tiffany said that it would be scheduled for a town meeting.
Well, it goes to the select board.
Right, yeah, that was,
That was back then,
yeah,
but yeah.
I don't know if it'd be a town meeting or if you.
how would this work as far as voting goes?
Well, I'm not sure if we're gonna, do this in a separate voting situation, whether it's, secret ballot or hands.
Right.
If it had to be hands, if it's at the town meeting, so.
So it's yet to be
People don't wanna
determined.
do that.
Yet to be determined, the select board will determine how and when.
Yeah, it'd probably be in conjunction with marijuana.
So I guess that's what we'll say, stay tuned, the select board will determine how and when we vote on this.
Probably be late March or especially town meeting again. Rather than wait till next September.
Right. Yeah, we don't want to wait another year. Okay, I guess if there's nothing else, we'll call the public hearing. We've got about 10 minutes till we start our regular